What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers. When we left off in the last episode, we'd started construction on this thing. It's a small grid ship, but I haven't really decided what it's going to be called, and in truth, really what its overall purpose is going to be, with the exception of going out into space and so on. So I got a couple of ideas from you guys in the last episode's comments, which were helpful. One being that I might not need this much firepower, or it might not be as useful as I think. That's probably true, to be perfectly honest. I just kind of think I'm going to leave it because we have the resources at the moment. We're not really hurting for them with the drill stuff and things, and I think it'll make it a little cooler, as well as it'll make things a little bit easier on me. It'll make up for my crappy piloting skills, that if we run across something, it might actually be able to do some damage. I may, however, reconfigure it slightly, as I might add a couple more storage crates back here and make the ship a little bit longer. And when I do that, I might move this guy right in here with this pillar, and maybe even this one, and move it further towards the back, I'm thinking. Overall, I don't really know if I expressed this very well in the last episode, but I'm kind of going for a teardrop kind of shape, if for lack of a better term, that would kind of go this way and then kind of round out along the back. For any of you that remember Sonic Saturn, the old cartoon show, I'm going for more of like the SWAT-bot ship type design. Not because it was the original idea, just because as I started building it, I kind of started seeing that type of shape, and so I thought that would be kind of cool. So I'm going to continue to work on this. However, I did want to bring up a couple of things. First of all, we hit 10,000 subscribers, which is freaking awesome. I really can't express enough how much I appreciate you all supporting the channel in such a passionate way. I really appreciate you guys. And I think it's really cool that we actually finally got there. It was a little bit of a slow crawl there for a little bit, but I'm glad that we finally reached that milestone. With that said, I will probably be doing, I hope, and I'm going to get into the hope part of that in a minute, but I will probably be doing a live stream of some sort. Some kind of live stream for the special for 10,000 subscribers. That didn't go the way I expected. But I haven't decided as to what I'm going to do yet. And originally I was going to do a separate video that was just dedicated to, hey, what do you guys want to see for a live stream? I may still do that, but I wanted to put it in my weekly episodes so that each kind of fan base, you know, the Elite Dangerous people got their say and stuff like that. If you watch multiple things, doesn't matter. Feel free to leave your comments. Anyway, I'm welcoming the feedback, essentially. So let me know what you guys think would be cool and what you'd be interested in for that. And I might actually, now that I'm looking at this, I might change these two as well, because I don't think we need them anymore. We can do the cargo containers as the conveyors for the moment. Why does it keep doing anyways? So yeah, I'm thinking it'll probably be, I'd like to keep it somewhat in the existing field, so Space Engineers, Elite Dangerous, possibly a Stationeers one. The only reason I say I'm not sure is because I tend to do those a lot. Like, I've done Space Engineers live streams, I've done Elite live streams, I've done those live streams before. Not that they're bad to do. Did I put that on the right level? I hope I did. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I think that's connected correctly. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was off center or not. But yeah, so I don't really know what I'm going to be doing on that. The other reason I say hope, that might be too many, we're going to have to see, is because I've been having quite a bit of technical problems. For those of you that have seen my Elite Dangerous episode and happen to watch both series, you would know this already. I talked about it at length. I won't probably go into as much detail on this one just because if you have seen that other episode, you probably have already heard it run into the ground. Why is there a welding sound going on down here? Let's go down and take a look. I'm thinking the nano machine's out of material. But yeah, so I've been having a lot of computer issues. And I say a lot, and it's more notable. It's not a lot as in, like... Is it maybe the drill? Oh, no, it's this thing it's processing. Huh. Okay. Doesn't have anything in the production queue. Let's go check our programming thing and see if the grid's telling us what it needs. Nanite missing. So nothing's missing. Well, how come the ship isn't being built then? Curious. Curious. Yeah, no, it totally stopped. Unless it thinks it's still going. Let's try this, see what happens. That's weird. Okay. Let's try this again, I guess? I don't think... Maybe I didn't go far enough and I had it pasted as the ignore color? No? Oh, there it goes. Okay, what is happening? Interior plates, display, and interior... Okay. This is kind of just par for the course for my day, basically. For those of you that may not be aware, I record my Elite stuff and my Space Engineers Let's Play in the same day, usually. So this is also the same day that I've been having a lot of technical problems with pretty much everything else. So I'm kind of just null at this point. I'm like, yeah, of course, why not? Container floating to collect blocks to build. Display and interior plates. So, why you no make? Have interior plates here. Okay, the displays I get. We don't have enough silicon. Oh, hold up. What? Uh-oh. Wait. They did an update thing. They moved some stuff on me. Silicon, and then we'll do display. I don't really know if we need that many. Let's just do that. Let's see what happens. Alright, let's go check. I'm not sure why it's not loading, because unless it was just because of the silicon and it couldn't, but it should have still added it to the queue. Weird. Very weird, but like I said, kind of par for the course for me today. Also, the reason why I'm kind of doing this a little bit more real-timey, if that's a word, is because I'm trying to minimize a little bit of what I'm having to do on my PC until I get a better handle on how crashy it's wanting to be. Let's see. This would put us where I think... Oh, wait, no. I want it this way. Right? Yes. I want it this way, and then this one we go... this way. I think. That's how I had it set up before. So, yeah. I did a bunch of updates. I did virus scans. I did all that kind of stuff, but I've had like 3 different blue screens with 3 different errors. So I've just been having... And it's a 7-year-old machine, so it's definitely seen better days. So, I don't think I'm in panic mode yet, but I'm definitely shopping around and looking into building a new one to replace what I have. But like I said, I don't really want to beat a dead horse, so I probably won't go into it too much further than that. If you want to know more, feel free to let me know in the comments and all that kind of stuff, and I will discuss it a bit more, but I just don't want to occupy the entire episode. Elite's a little bit easier to do that with because, you know, it's kind of just Elite as far as the gameplay can be kind of the same, but in building, you know, probably should be talking more about the building. And in order to keep the shape, I think this will be far enough. I was kind of thinking I might do... dang nabbit, I can't keep things aligned. And we're probably out of parts again. I don't know why that's not working, though. Unless they did something that screwed up my script in the last update, because it was working in the last episode. So I'm wondering if they tinkered with stuff. I did not actually look at the changelogs for the update this week, so they very well could have broke my script or something. I don't think it was anything important. Like, it was... Usually they did their big updates, so it's normally bug fixes and stuff at this point, so I don't think there was anything. But anyways, yeah, so had some technical stuff. I hope to have them resolved so that I can do a live stream type thing and that they're not going to cause a problem and I'm not going to, like, get a crash in the middle of the live stream or something. But I also had a lot of weird things as well. And I know that's kind of par for the course when you do a lot of major updates. I had, like, 6 months of deferred updates for Windows that I finally did, essentially. What is that sound? Is that the drill? Nope. Is that the nano machine? Yep. Okay. So it's saying what it's need. I don't know why my script is not actually just having it do what it always does, which is just have it build stuff. Oh, that's why. This does not say that it's missing items. Interesting. Caught an exception. Okay, they changed something. Must be non-negative. Crap. Parameter name index. I'm not going to mess with this too much. I just want to take a peek. Index. Okay, I'm going to have to mess with this at some point. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Because apparently they messed with stuff. Because that was running perfectly fine before. And it won't recompile now. So that's the problem. Alright, well at least we sorted that out. There's definitely a problem with the script. Okay, fine, I hear you. So, with that said... Interior and construction. Let's just make, like, a bunch of those. You know what? Let's just make a bunch of those, too. We have quite a bit of iron, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Yeah. So we're just gonna have to do it manually. Oh, and by the way, for those of you in the comments of the last episode that were talking about, yeah, I've been seeing this, too, where you're uneven. I've been hearing a lot of that. In the inspiration episode, I believe I had people that were saying that happened. In the last episode, I had people saying that were happening. So I'm really suspicious that it was something in the big major overhaul update, because it was not there before. When they did the major big update thing that overhauled the graphics and stuff, that's when I started noticing this. So if you're experiencing that, do not panic. It's not your eyes. You're not on level. Don't go get a level. You're fine. I might want to... I don't know if going out another block on the... Well, this keeps it a bit more narrow. Maybe we'll keep it that way. That does keep it a bit more narrow. Yeah, we'll keep it. We'll keep it that way. Why this stopped, I don't know, unless it's still waiting on more parts. So at this point, let's see. What do we need? What do we need? We'll probably want an oxygen generator. I would think. Let's go ahead and do... And this actually gives us a little bit more access points. So, we're going to need a tank, too, I would imagine, because we need a place to store all the stuff. So we need a generator. Let's put it... Actually, ooh, I got an idea. Let's put it here. Because... Or I could put it right here. Let's do that for now. Let's put it right here. Yeah. Right like that. Alright, so what do we have? Excuse me, what do we have? We have a small little backup reactors. We have 3 cargo containers. We have an oxygen generator. We have turrets. Should all be hooked up through a conveyor system. So we still need batteries, gyroscopes, maybe an oxygen tank to store. As I said before, I don't have the mods equipped currently that let me do some of like the assemblers and refineries and stuff like that on a small ship. I might be able to put the tank down here on the side. Oh, we could do 2 on the side. That sounds like a good idea to me. Keeps it symmetrical, and it gives us more air storage, which always seems like it should be a good thing. Although, I could put them here. I didn't realize they had a big port. Let's put them there. Put 2 oxygen tanks there. And a couple people were suggesting if I was going to go with hydrogen thrusters, I would need a lot of like oxygen or hydrogen tanks. Not a lot, but a notable amount because you have to store the hydrogen. I don't think I'm going to go that route. I think we're going to try and do it with all ion thrusters. Maybe some atmosphere ones for getting out of the atmosphere. Or slowing down in an atmosphere, but I think most of it's going to predominantly be ion. Now for batteries, I guess I also need to wire this up for vents too, don't I? Because oxygen is great and all, but only if it's piped into the... Well, no, I take that back. If we don't do an interior, it won't matter, because when you're in the ship, we've got it hooked up so it should actually get the air. So that should be fine, I think, if my memory serves. I haven't actually built a survival ship in a long time, so I'm not too confident in that assessment. The one thing I am going to do is let's run blocks like this. I want to keep this port open just in case we want to do another small something. I don't know if this won't have an interior or not, so I'm trying to leave an access point to a conveyor so that if I need to pipe a vent through, I can. Though, let me know what you guys think about this. Again, not too crazy familiar with how to build survival-based ships. Haven't done it in a long time. But what I'm wondering is if this would work here. Since the cockpit actually has... since it's actually connected to the O2 system... Where is the... Which way is up on this stupid thing? I guess it doesn't matter. But since it's piped in, if I put vents here, or at least one, would that vent out, or is that only going into the cockpit? That's what I'm wondering, and I don't really have an answer for that. Alright, so let's see... I need batteries at this point as well. Where did I put them? I know they were right here. I just looked at them a minute ago. Oh, there they are. Alright, so batteries. Where do we want batteries? I probably need quite a few of them because I'm predominantly planning on this ship being mostly powered through battery. It will fit under there, but that does not give us very much wiggle room for armor plating. But I could run them all the way back here, I suppose. Oh, it just decided to help out, I guess. For now, we're just going to put 2 on each of these sides, because I definitely think I can do those. We might do 1 on top of them. This is not quite as even as I wanted it to be, so I was thinking originally I could just run a line, but it's going to bump into them. They're going to stick out a little bit more. It's not too terrible. Alright, I need more hydrogen in my tank, because I've been flying around like I'm in creative. But so yeah, that's partially why... the technical issues and stuff is partially why I'm I'm not spending a whole long amount of time on this kind of stuff and not cutting it up the way I normally would, because honestly I really would like to keep recordings to a minimum until I can get a little bit more squared away with how stable my system is still doing after all the updating and all the crashing that it's been doing. If it stabilizes and it's not crashing too often, then I'm just going to chalk it up to, I guess, something it didn't like in the updates, and it just was, you know, throwing a fit. But I'm still, it was like I said in my Elite episode, I'm still probably going to be looking into upgrading my computer in the next week or so, or month, or whatever, depending on how severe of an issue it actually turns out to be. Just because, you know, even if it is stabilizing and is not crashing all the time, it doesn't mean that it isn't getting old and having problems. So, but for financial reasons, I was kind of holding off on trying to not do that, but we'll see. So, yeah, there's that. Actually, I am going to pause it real quick, not only to take a break and do a little bit more preparing and planning, but also so that what I have so far saves in case my system crashes. I don't lose all this footage. So I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, so I've done a little bit more. I was kind of trying to plan out a little bit of the haul. I haven't really looked at it too much, but I think this is kind of going in the direction I was thinking, though I might have to alter it a little bit. For one thing, I think I want this to be a little longer and less tapered, so that you end up with the block right in this line rather than where it ended up. In the front, maybe a little too rounded on the nose. I'm not really sure yet. I also don't know if I'm going to go around, like go over to this block before doing an angle, put an angle block here, possibly. What I might do is compare by doing the right side, or the left side in this case, kind of the way that I normally do it, which is left side, right side comparison. Okay, so I did that. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, that works. And then we'll just do 3 in a row. So something like this would be the other way of doing it. That actually wraps around. And then it's a line back, and then 1, I think will work. Like so. And I could actually come off of this and have it recessed, which would give a more rounded edge to the front. Haven't really decided on that one yet either. Let's see here, and I think the way that I had it over here was, I did it wrong here, so we're going to do it right, which is 2 and then a slope. And I might make it 3 and see what that ends up looking like. 3 exposed blocks. Let's try it with 2 and see where we end up. Because I might end up coming out where I want to. I don't really know. No, I don't. Because I want to actually see if I can bring it to this level here. So what we could do is, if we're keeping it this level, we could do, what would 3 look like? So 3 would put a block here, and then you would actually have 3 there. Okay, so I need to walk this back a little bit. Well, I guess I could leave this here. Really all I need to change is this one. If I can get the color right. We'll put 1 block there. So we have, it's a little bit more closer to the back, but it tapers a bit more towards the front. And I think I like that better. I might even try and replicate it over here, I'm not sure. And then on the back, I have this kind of shape going. Sorry for the erratic, I'm trying to get where I need to go. So I have this kind of shape back here, and I think this worked out okay because it gave us a central block to work with. So we can probably go ahead and just copy that one. I don't think I really need to change that too much. So it was, I think, the two block spacing. That's, I think, how I did it. So we'll go ahead and put one block here just to mount it a bit better, more sturdy. And then do this, and one. So basically it was 3. Every 3 blocks you put a slope on top of it. And then that actually gave us a central block that I could cut back into. So that's kind of the overall... Ooh, a little far. Oh, that's concerning. I hate those little lag spikes right now. It's kind of got me a little paranoid. The only thing I can see is it's a little too long for what I originally wanted. I wanted it a bit fatter or wider. So I could actually bring this out one if I wanted to, or I could just leave it. Because it is kind of the overall intention, but not necessarily the exact design has to be perfect, so. And I might end up bringing out the nose a little bit more so that we have a way to walk it back up and stuff like that. Because I'd kind of like to keep a slope type shape going on for the nose. And what I mean by that... Oh, I need my HUD. Yeah, I was on the wrong armor block. What I mean by that is that I don't just want to do a bunch of slopes down. The angle's too steep, so I kind of want to walk it out a little bit, so there's a little bit of a nose, but I don't want it to be too dramatic. And the reason for that is it kind of takes away from the... basically the short and stubby kind of look of the nose that I was going for. Again, referencing the SWATbot ship design. I don't know why there's so much gas work going on with this right now. It shouldn't. There's no fumes. I don't know what it's doing. So I guess I need to come down 2 more. And then that should marry into this part. So I need to change the nose up somewhat. Oops. Whatever. That nose might be a little long, actually. I'm kind of thinking it is. So I may actually do the... That's only a 1 block spacing, so I might actually do the walk the slopes down. And just do it that way. I really didn't expect that to actually be the right angle, but it might actually be what I'm looking for. So let's see what happens. Actually, I'm going to wait for this to clear. Because I have it set up to weld before it grinds. So yeah, we have batteries. I did turn them back off because, you know, so they don't, like, just sit there and run. So what I'm thinking... Of course I can't put another 2 there. So what I might do is 1 there and then do 1 all along here to this point. I don't know if there... Let's do it this way. I don't know if there'd actually be any benefit to having them be asymmetrical. There might be. I might be able to fit more if I do it that way. Not really. But it's fine. Nobody's really going to see it in here. I have a guess that that would be enough batteries, but I'm a little battery paranoid. So I really am not sure. Oh, I actually have to do that other side's hull design if I want to keep that way. That's good to know. Alright. That's really good to know, actually. I did not expect that, so that works out. Alright, so what do you look like with this type of a nose? See, it's a little just kind of flat. It was supposed to have a little bit more of a taper type thing. I don't know. I could put the fighter cockpit on here. I forgot all about that, to be honest. Actually, what am I doing? I'm just wasting hydrogen at this point. Let's see. Small blocks. Fighter? There it is. I don't actually know. So we've got a port, small port on the bottom, small port on the front, and a large port on the back. Okay. So if I did it this way, I could run a conveyor off of this guy and run it up to the back port, or the the bottom port if I switched it out. But that angle might be more conducive to what we're looking at. I think that would give us more of the SWAT-bot look kind of thing. Again, I keep referencing that. If you're not familiar with that, then probably not going to make any sense as to what I'm going for. And I could also get rid of these spacers as well if I did it this way. So that might actually be a better way to do it. Let's find out. Oh, I'm going to need these smaller. Alright, so let's nuke these two, and then we're going to get rid of that for now. Actually, I don't even need this. Whoa, I could put the cockpit right there and lower the guns. That's not a bad idea, and I might lower the top part there too as well. I'm not sure. That might end up being a whole heck of a lot better. So let's try that. We're going to need to get rid of all this here in the front as well to give us some space to work with. Pretty much, let's just undo. That would be a welcome sight, an undo button. I would quite literally be very excited about an undo button in this game. And I'm going to keep the guns, but instead of going up with them, I'll probably just bring them straight out, so they're alongside the thing, the cockpit, maybe. I think that's not a bad idea. Which means I don't need these either. I really can't figure out this thing's method of removal. Doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Alright, yeah, so we'll put that there. And I think that might actually lend itself a bit better. Though, I might have to change up a bit of the hull structure I was thinking of doing, to be quite honest. I might have to do it a little differently. But I think it could work. I think it could work. On that note, I think we are out of time for said episode. Let me see if I can throw the chain guns on here right quick. Or do I want them closer to the nose? I could get them closer to the nose, maybe. Let's try that. So that's a conveyor. Let's just walk these out a bit. I don't remember how long the blocks are. I think I might have put too many. I put one too many. Alright, so, well, maybe two. Possibly two. Yep, it was two. Dagnabbit. Alright. Take that away. Actually, I guess it's slightly off. Oh, it's the collision box. Okay, the collision box is on... Well, okay, hold on. Need to do some damage control. That's a little bit wrong. I want... Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna do about there, I think. So I'm gonna put an ignore color one right there for reference. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna drop a corner down, like so. And then we'll do straight pieces out to there. And we'll do one right there. And in theory, we could actually put a second one there, but for now, I'm going to leave that open, just in case. Alright, so from here... Actually, I think that's pretty much perfectly set up to where all I need to do is drop a corner right there and right there. And then, what was it, two more? Looks like, yeah, two more. Totaling three, and then we'll put this guy right there. Alright. So I think that's going to be the newer setup, and we could actually lower this right out of the gate, like put the corner facing down and have the whole line running a little lower. But let me know what you guys think about this new redesign in the comments, and hopefully within the next couple episodes we can get this bad boy fixed up and ready to go. I think we're doing pretty good, though. We have a lot of batteries. That does seem a little excessive. Maybe just a little. And let me know what I'm missing. I know I'm missing something. I know I haven't done gyroscopes yet. I probably could stand to put 2 more small reactors on the 2 sides of there we're not going to access. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now so I don't forget. But we definitely need to put gyroscopes on here some... Crap, didn't mean to do that. We definitely need to put gyroscopes somewhere. So that it'll, you know, little things. It'll actually fly. Alright, but on that note, I think we're going to wrap up this episode. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. In the meantime, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.